This is a simple practice to help relieve anxiety. I'm Carolyn. Thank you so much for joining today. In this class, we'll use a block, or you could use a couple books if you don't have a block, or a cushion, and then set whatever prop you have aside, or you can sit on that prop. Nice tall spine, close your eyes. Maybe place a hand on your heart. And take a big breath, and if you can, set the intention of soothing some stress with breath work today, really deep breaths throughout the class. Roll your chin to your chest, roll your head over to one shoulder, and then chin down to chest, roll your head to the other shoulder. Keep doing that slowly, really slow movements for the neck. And knowing that we all hold stress in our neck and shoulders, but that breath can shift so much. How much breath can you really offer to your neck right now with these sweet, deliberate movements? And then bring your head up through center. Take a full inhale through your nose and a cleansing exhale out your mouth. Start that breath train again. Inhale. Let it go. Yeah, feels so good. A big cleansing inhale. Open your mouth wider. Yeah, feel the fullness of every inhale and a release out the mouth as you exhale. And even lengthen the breath more. So your inhale is slower. Breathe in more, breathe in more. Big exhale out your mouth. It's a great way to just set aside the day that you're coming from with this cleansing breath. One more. Nice. Okay, so making your way onto your mat, setting up your block near the front of your mat. And set up for child's pose with your knees on the mat, hips back towards heels, and your hands up on your block. Or if you have two blocks, you could put a hand underneath each block. And I'm setting my block up on the second height. It gives a slightly deeper side body stretch. I'd love us to really open the side body today to make more room for breath. And then give yourself something to stretch into. So with your elbows off the ground and your hands pressing onto the prop, maybe walk your prop a bit further forward. Let your chest sink down towards the ground. Firmly push into your hands as your hips pull back. And try a couple cleansing breaths here. Just hearing the sound of your exhales rebound off the floor, off your mat. Give yourself permission to let go with as many cleansing breaths as you need. Give yourself permission to create more space and feel freer. We all need this kind of freedom work right now, letting go. And then as you lift your head, you can walk your hands over to the left, almost off your mat to the left. And if you want to take your prop under your hands with you, you can. It'll be slightly deeper probably. Your forehead might hover off the ground. Sit your right hip back onto your right heel. Push forward through the right hand. Big breaths into your right lung. Right, let your main focus be breath. Focusing on breath becomes a meditation. We get so enamored by this moment and this breath. Sweetly walk your hands through the center and over to the right, maybe taking the block with you. As far over to the right as you like, or maybe not so far over to the right. Please listen to what your body needs. Feel your hips pull back towards your heels. Notice what you feel on this side without judging it. Just breath, right? This is the meditation. Deep breath. Give your mind a break. And in this way, you also give your body a break from the grip of anxiety that your body gets locked into. Last breath here. And lift your head up. You can set your block where it is. Just leave it there and come back to child's pose with no prop. Arms straight forward through the middle. Breathe into your low back. Feel free to stay in child's pose as long as your body needs it. If you do want, you can come up onto hands and knees with me now. Inhale, look up, lift your chin up. Exhale, round your back. Inhale, chin up, sit bones up. Exhale, tuck your chin in, push down through your arms into your hands. Let's do that again. Inhale, arc, your belly softens down. And on your exhale, you round your mid back up, up, up. Inhale, arc. Again, round. And again, we're just making space for breath, right? We're opening up the front and the back of the spine. Opening up the muscles in between the ribs, making more space for deeper breaths. Come into a flat back with me, chest forward. Inhale, look up. And hold here for your exhale, arcing the spine. Pull your chest forward and up through the shoulders. And as you next exhale, round. And hold this rounded position. Let's do a little bit of retention. Inhale, arc your spine. Hold full. Hold the arched spine. Maybe inhale more here, chest up. And then start to exhale and round your back. And then hold empty in the rounded position. And now inhale, arc your spine, tilt your sit bones up. And let's hold full, looking up. Begin to breathe out and round your back like an angry cat. Exhale, exhale. Hold here, rounded shape. Inhale to arc. And at the top of the inhale, you'll pause. Hold full with the breath. Exhale, exhale, round, round, round. And then stay here. Your lungs empty. Hold empty. Find a neutral spine as you inhale. Exhale out your mouth. Good. And then press your hips back to your heels towards child's pose. Option for block between your hands, elbows on the ground. Walk your elbows further forward and bend your arms so your block is up in the air. Can you find more length? Crawl your elbow tips further forward. Firmly push your hands into the block. Draw your bum back. And just notice what's happening around your triceps and around your lats. Without tightening your jaw at all. Right, a breath that helps you to release and let go. That's what we're looking for. Breath to let go. And then lift your hips up, lift your head up in a slightly different variation of child's pose where your bum is in the air. So walk your knees back a couple inches and walk your elbows forward a couple inches. And you could still have the block between your hands. As your elbows come down, forehead comes down, block up in the air again. Or no block is a little bit less for the shoulder opener. Feel your hips pull back in space. Knit your front ribs in and up. Breathe more into your mid-back. Breathe up into your back body. And then come up out of that and come onto your knees. Tuck your 10 toes under. Sit back on your heels. If you prefer not to do the toe stretch, then your toes can be pointed back instead of curled under. With a nice tall spine, take an inhale. Exhale out your mouth. We're going to do a lot of that in this class. Feels good, right? And then stand on your knees. Inhale, circle your arms up, 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 up. Palms come down in prayer as you exhale. Sit back on your heels. Especially if you're in the foot stretch, you'll enjoy this break. The break as you, again, inhale, stand on your knees, arms circle up. Palms come down through prayer as you sit back and down. Lengthen up in the spine. Again, inhale, arms really wide. Make it a shoulder stretch as you go up. Exhale, palms come down, sit down on your heels. Now stay seated on the heels and stretch your arms up, 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 up. Splay your fingers. Exhale, palms through prayer. Finding your center. Inhale, stretch wide and up. Returning to center, prayer towards heart. Slide hands to knees and round your back. Tuck your chin down. Lean way back towards the space behind your mat. Feel a little opening across your upper back. Inhale, both arms up again. Exhale out your mouth. Hands down through prayer. Slide hands to knees and round your back. Hold empty. Inhale, arms go wide and up. Lengthen up through the spine. Exhale out your mouth. Hands in prayer. Breathe out. Slide hands to knees. Hold the bottom of the exhale. Round your back. Chin down. Whenever you need to inhale, come on up on to hands and knees with your hands and knees on the ground. So good. Really good work with that retention. I know that can be a lot, but it teaches the body and mind to stay calm in tense situations in the future. From hands and knees, sway your hips side to side and sway your head side to side. Just feel a little side stretch. Sway your hips to one side. Look out to the direction your hips are swaying. And then bring your hips to the other side. Look over the other shoulder. Already you might be feeling a fair bit of relief just from this little bit of time that we've spent breathing deeply. And from hands and knees, lift your right leg and ball your right foot to the back of the mat and just rock back and forward on the ball of your foot. Good push into your hands. Stretch the back of your right knee. Stretch your right calf and Achilles. Land your right knee down and take the other side. Lift your left leg, plant the ball of your foot to the back of the mat. Just rock back and forward. Observe what's happening down in that leg, down in that calf. Return left knee to the floor so you're on all fours and tuck your 10 toes or pointed toes. Sit back on your heels again with me. A little more breath fun. Reach your arms up, cactus your arms wide. And begin to lift your upper chest. Maybe take the wrist back slightly, elbows forward slightly. Lift your heart without straining your neck or your jaw. And then as you exhale, tent your fingertips on the floor, bow your forehead down with your hips a little higher, and just surrender down here for a moment. And then come to stand up on your knees. Inhale, cactus your arms wide out to the sides. Exhale right here, and then begin to bow down. Fingertips touch, forehead touches. Inhale, rise up, elbows wide, lift chest up, up, up. As you next exhale, fingertips and forehead touch. Think about surrendering. Think about gratitude that you can be here. Rise up, cactus your arms open. Next inhale, widen from elbow to elbow, left to right. Yeah. Exhale, bow down. So good to move mindfully with breath. And sit back on your heels again with me. Maybe a hand on your upper chest. Feel your heart beating. Inhale into your heart. Stick out your tongue for lion's breath. Big inhale. Stick out your tongue. Stretch out your mouth. Soften. Notice here in stillness. Return to all fours and lift your hips up into a downward facing dog. Pedal out your heels side to side. So here, another little calf stretch. We've done a lot on the knees, right? And it's just good to find the opposite action, right? Everything's about balance. So pedal out your heels side to side. Release your knees now. Actively push into both your hands. Push down with all 10 fingers as you pedal out here in down dog. Come to plank, lower your knees, come all the way down to your stomach and point your 10 toes. Now bend your left arm out at your left side on the ground. Take your block and put your left ear on top of the block. Roll onto your left side with me. You can either stack your right leg on top of your left leg or let your right leg swing back a little bit in space. So we're doing a shoulder opener on the left shoulder. Just be sure that your whole left palm is down behind you. And then push into your right hand in front of your chest and just try to take your right shoulder back. That's your top shoulder, so you're leaning back more. But you won't lean back too much in this shoulder opener because your left shoulder stops it. And as you've been doing all class, just enjoy that breath. Full deep breath through the nose now. That shoulder is benefiting so much from breath, right? Just from soothing this stress or anxiety that you felt. And take your time as you breathe deeply to switch sides, bending your right arm on the ground beside your mat, right ear up on the block. Roll over on your right side. Press your left fingertips into the floor in front of your chest so to help you roll back a little bit. And today may not have been a particularly stressful day for you, or even if it was, either way, we all hold tension in the body, especially shoulders and neck. Deep breath for the right shoulder, the right pectorals. Keep your belly relaxed. And come back onto your stomach. Move your block to the side. Stack your hands underneath your forehead. Bend your legs and sway your feet side to side in the air. Sway your shins side to side in the air. Roll over onto your back. With bent legs, have your feet flat on the ground. Lift your hips up and slide your block underneath your low back or your cushion, whatever you're using under your low back. If your low back feels a bit sensitive today, then maybe try nothing under it. Walk your feet mat width apart, knees knock in towards each other. Hands around your low abdomen or hands on the sides of your ribs. Take a few really buoyant breaths into the warmth of your hands. The hands provide great feedback to breathe into, and you can do this at any point during your day. You don't have to be on your mat. You could put a hand on your chest or your stomach anytime. Connect to it. Big breath. And it brings you back into the moment rather than getting lost in anxiety. Feel your body, big, big breath. And notice how supported you are by the ground beneath you and the prop beneath you. There's always that support. Maybe take your arms overhead on the floor for something a bit different. Grab opposite elbows overhead on the ground. Gently tug your elbows a little further back behind you. You might not move too much. Feel your chest receive a lot of breath. A soft facial expression. And if you did have that arm variation, then just switch now so the opposite forearm is on top. Have a little pull of your elbows down towards the ground. And not only really spacious inhales, but really slow, empty exhales. It's all about that balance between the inhale and the exhale, so they match, they're equal in duration. And just see what it feels like now to take your arms into a cactus shape on the floor at your sides. So arms are bent at your sides, palms face up to the sky. Chin off your chest. As you're ready, lift your hips, remove your block, bring your low back to the floor, hands on your stomach. Let all that settle for a moment. Spine returns to neutral position. And now with your hands just below your belly button, inhale into your hands, balloon your belly open. And as you softly exhale, feel your abdomen draw in. Right? And then really relax your belly and inhale there, so your hands rise. Long exhale. Inhale into your low belly. Just release that grip that it often has, and then long exhale. Inhale into a soft belly, and exhale. Just really good. Sweetly draw both knees into your chest. Nice hug. Rock on your low back, left to right. Massage your low back. And find happy baby with me so that your knees are quite wide open and bent. Hands can be on your outer shins or hands on your outer feet. And a good lion's breath here. Inhale. Stick out your tongue. Oh yeah, we can still do more breath work. Again, inhale. Stick out your tongue. Yes. Right, final release. It's so good. So important for our bodies. Our bodies are not designed to hold on. Your breath is a really an effective way to help you let go. Now, if you want to stay on your back and rest for longer, please do. But the idea of this class is that it's brief, and it's a really good way to kind of reset after a stressful period. So if you're ready to come back and return to your day, come on up to seated or stay on your back. Really easy, soft breath. Maybe a hand on your upper chest, and notice what has changed in your nervous system. Do you feel more relief and release anywhere? Big inhale. Exhale out your mouth, really softly. Thank yourself for being here. Through it all, thank yourself for taking good care